Nkrata no daily guide about NPP mourns sudden death of Akwetia MP Honorable Ernest Kumi afei wie no a na enra major event a so Nkrata sensan musensan ye efa voter black voter gold project no eho say engineers and planners anya bosia afi ekowasi kakrabia ne ho omuche mu say chronicle crowd say bosia no fa edin kan no omuche mu mienu fa edin kan no crowd ba last year o say esese ba ena nya ma nti anya kra na wanye ne ntem so ho penalty ebewe no efi say wonya o mate ase ama no ma approve ya na o mo hwe kwan se wo begie ena na wonya enyeye $50 million kane na $50 million assign ababe ka ho na ye $100 million. However no pay ye hu say Nkrata bi so enenam say kane no sa black voter gold project no na ye adwumako bi efre won say Azuma resource for dia pachonye ye boxer dada ye rei Azuma Nelson there bi yesi we yesi a foreign company Azuma resource na Azuma resource for no say ye ma wo krata se omumra enura ntiase krata na sibi no mo no manko efise omo ntiase nti krata ne nam sisi a ehese sa deal na say Sam Juna say yen heli na good deal we die Ghana for Ghana ni people ena ebe mine na okrom pete be di unam amabia ka no yesi Azuma resource for no say ente sa omomfo aso ena efa gudi asemba akoso a eno so twe ho ntonto akoma ne eban oil fields ya eno so yesi minority for no say maye nka say new discovery na minister for energy ononyam for JJ John Jinapo say oh ade ne de yehu ye na nso no ebra yehu ye no na ye ntimi ntu ne dudu mu nton nti na enye commercially viable nti afei na abe commercially viable eno na enra minority madam Fiona Adumakon mensa mu say debi 2022 Nkrata ni di adanse nti sa ne brofo no a wo kan say declaration of the commerciality for urban Nakoma oh ya kinkan ade ni declaration of commerciality for urban Nakoma discoveries marks major milestone omo say hey honorable John dear brofo no minority for na dwa omo say ye fa animunyam ma ba bi animunyam wo enti ye bedi sa enkomo no say fangu a ye betui enu nso ho daire na abai anopei Honorable Eric Afuni di kan baye yatena ha ya bonkomo saa ya sanita no ahye batakari oti akiri ho oti o ma classroom se we mi keni no Honorable Eric Afoye Deputy MP Amenfi West constituency mi hu ni din penema kai mi wo fei German South won ya afo kanema ma afo oh now mbre wo ho ye de ma feel say ya me hu di ya kini ma feel ma kai udi sake me chiao honorable mama afo former German South MP na oye kanina ko oye mama tina ya kama mama afo na echi ne ati o de bia ya afo oba be ye deputy minister for aviation enti we dey afo la ufi Amenfi West constituency ya asanita no oye political analyst amafo ne be kontokwa se omo mpese obe analyst onu no sime analyst ye ahanye ne atwi obi a portfolio ma no de nipa de beba ene ye beka na honorable Kwabena Boatin Esquire last week oye elite midi free no and then so oye elite o say asaneta no na achi na ka ho nti asaneta no obeji DP double punishment na we no obeji 1 DP honorable MP aw ene yesenso onu so obesu pa o ewum se odiba parliament die nanso ebebre no some memories ebeye ne den tiene enkomo no a yebedi no a enie empacho ma me na azelvo gase na menkamfo azel mawo se matadi weni age ho wo fie wo kamfo ahwe em se me ma me saso ana ha no style no e bibi say you azel wo dazzle you a star for every story enti azel na edwudwumi me kanfo azel vogama se opese wa ho fa no edimu a na upia yesi sister wa fa ho seteten a ene o nso obekọ azel vog na wapama mama ka cho se enwen fabric ne ho eno an se baby awokọ no a time awokọ no on se designers no mu de ni nyina e buy into play na wo hu color no na hu style no na wo hu said you be hyehyɛ no so a e be fata wo to the couch baby awokọ kire no time awokọ no adekode awokọ ye wo ho you are sorted as of a pam amount na kai say we training nti na megusu a say apprenticeship program no momfa mo ane emaiwa ne bi nkoho na otiti omo pamade a obi hye beka say nti we made in Ghana na nipa no dia kokodura ka say anyo boys and girls omo ko apprenticeship no youth no bi na apamama misa no na chese so abamfa so nti mo friend 0244 155 266 0244 155 266 the hair mama so na aba duty ene na nka mpese mdi mi ni nyina komachi so me de ne kwa na ba kwa ye stubborn no wase aba momre wa hwe okomachi ye femmo hair mama Indigenous and beauty no boko kama se ne obeye ni bia wote kasa enwi kasa o ti na hair mama say good hair rattles enwi pa kasa ti o kana na okonwi ni bu ana so de o don sakana no ogina o kireben komachi no ogina ha onko babia debi okọ he mama kwagimi pa o mire kra upia na okoye he mama minu no pacho so ko na ya wadandan ho na o de anigye akamfo mi se mi hye pa if you say the hair mama Indigenous and beauty sphincters kotobabi eco bank echi ho ape eko na benye wi pa ato konso no wa your nails no wa your supplement no akọbọ ni so akohoma kente papa enwentuma papa bi okumanin kente by Z for 055 3837 201 and Tuesday me and Angel Bakery ase so we bread pano am ye dia boy this way chocolate drink and so into here wheat bread butter bread sugar bread cocoa bread and no kuma se for Angel Bakery so damwase maginatum ama kuma se enso from kra pacho bibia wo bi Angel Bakery beba supply akra ha kuma se o eastern regional pacho momra Angel Bakery train so de pano no eye motun wudin so a omme obefra 059 411 4719 omo pick farm abedi pele down say birthday ba kwakem na the birthday list na chenkuri Mrs Gloria Ohima say wa Edu Boateng CEO Glossado Fashion Women's Fellowship member Odoko Official Town Presby happy birthday to you from your children, grandchildren, brothers and sisters. And then glorious one to our dear sister and daughter, Mrs. Kate Gansa of Calvary, Yav, Dansoman Presby. A blissful one to TOP, a member of TOP and Men's Fellowship, Mr. Emmanuel Intimakutu from Reverend Walter Quente. Enjoy your day. And a glorious birthday to Mr. To my own daughter, Yakurama. To my own daughter, Perina or Paribia Akrufi, Obofu be queen, Dini, dead they just yet to your boise, Perina or Paribia Akrufi, Calvary Presbyterian Preparatory School, Koforia, Perina, my papa bofo no cabro fu fee, and pay dear auntie Akrama say, Yamishra, no mount quatenten, o mawunyi. Na beye obesima o papa Michael Akrofi or a reporter Emma despite media and Emma happy birthday little Perina and ye monkomwe ebrenua eni era no mema mwachi mamwa kwaba honorable akwaba ofa mamisha ate honorable for so mu kwa man tem dada enti misha ate honorable Erica for so is in order me da say honorable Erica for yes re na so enura no yen Ghana ya hwe emrahye bedwani na so mu amune ni wo ho no yesi di osu bia su naniwa enti mu amune ni wo ho nso mu su pa na unimu no nya encounter da honorable ya okumi
Mame na wase Meba was some so bad.
Okay.
About 3 months.
3 months. It's now also no. Send me man kashi. Why no report on?
And my baby. My mom for me.
Okay. I'm a few West for.
I'm a few West for me. I'm in sure
okay.
I'm in chair me constituency executives.
Okay.
In painful be a bomb chidom. Oh, I'm in few West. And I'm in chair me regional executives. Oh, Takrade, any second. Can second now what you say?
Second.
If second.
Na me lecture about Nana Kobnan Ketia.
Okay.
Escado. Ohene no. No, ye history lecture. That time no ye professor.
Okay.
The private life, a friend professor KBA basic. So obeche o history sometimes so do be fa a hokakra. I say na what can secondly na abrofu be no what's the second no one can second or yes second. Hey, this professor.
Okay. I mean sure
amazing.
Omo hwema no pa nyina mechia obia menchia kese nsuko the presidency.
Okay.
Mechia obia mechia the president of the republic John Dramani Mahama. Na memwa no omana nyansa ne adwen eni ahoden na ontumi emfa nto nwuma pa wa start eye no so Ghana fo nyina ehu wiase nyina ehu adwuma John Dramani Mahama his excellency oye ede aboa Ghana fo ma yehu atoye mama ka say endro aye Black Monday ma Parliament of Ghana. In fact, I own say social media, I have most of the people, I have more creative jokes. Inti me sorry anopa no. Yes, I make call Parliament. And when I'm meeting me or Minister of Finance anopa. Inti me kwa na me share me phones na me say Honorable NSC Okumi, MP for Akwatia has passed himself. I don't quite assume. And then ekoso. If you me share basa na radio na dem so what? Because last week, you were with him and nothing showed.
Oh.
Say Sebio Oyare, Sebio Bibisa Ebabisi. And a shock to Parliament, shock to the entire 275, on both Freeman 274 for now. Members of Parliament, CBI OCC, a year ago. Aya MPB Freemusa, Anna Oshe stress a wakum, and Yama Akona Brabum. We both over almost 6 months in Parliament. Though I came through by election, the same thing happened to my predecessor in 2015.
Hey, and what a coincidence! I just so.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
I know, but
said the Mobishiano. Oh,
it was very serious issue. Honorable John Jitian at that time also passed.
Yeah.
Now we do be almost 6 months, very short time.
And I would how many months and son am coming elections?
Me di only 1 year.
1 year.
About 20 years from in 2016.
Okay. Okay, and son.
So the entire year
2016 to December no.
Intermediate more or less no 6 parliament me nhwe.
Well nhwe.
Because me be
esa no wani so ayo to.
But nyame abo me did 10 years in parliament.
Oh, great.
So nyame abo me.
Okay.
So the mechanic say yareho me fa konya so echichire ebusuane re pa especially oba ene ne bana si anomo ofie no na mjicho mo re menim so mbenya substitution e o mabrabo ma ahwomo.
Amen.
The whole parliament, you see, may can't be, but in the BC I discuss it.
Okay.
I hope at the right time maybe you can call me for a thorough discussion.
Okay.
You see, MP Jumana Yeyen say you say Nyami amwa na wa amfe Nyami sro wa amhwe kwan fa so betna parliament. Anyway, we need a bit more to at any point in time. Because the stress is too much. Stress. Honorable. Look at over 250,000 people in Amenfi West. You are the MP. You are the one they have elected you. They have voted for you.
Minya kami mbusa oshe nanka said your kind now say you can wait just that could be say to serve or not to serve. Yeah debates on this public service of a politician. Now so kosa ba ko pa me bisa ono. Ya na binum ka say mo say adwuma ye den adwuma yi nye stress ni ade nso edru some ko primary sa honorable nsika twe nkonti ma ni ade
mame ka say bomofo oni bomofo hunter okunram okoso kwa yeden
okopenam
na ono kwa betmawe ono kwa ntumenwe
okay
oba obechiche bi
okay
na so beton bi
okay
what you say enye ade no hunu wura mo nyina no ba obeka kire mo
okay
so what you say so ko say me ko me
ba hwe ya onti abebu ni kasa kwa ase no
jata bi na oto amia na me ko wura tokro bi na me ko wura na me ko hu fere say sasta bonsam no oto ami se o study sa o kasa asemu e de a kire sabi o kromo for na onom cho na hona be fetu atwe ne kon say okọ
bi
empi adwuma ni ase nipa na eye
okay
empi adwuma na ase nipa na eye
I see
enti eye adwuma bi a
enti nwa na mbi
eye ono de sabu so twa oka
say
what you say
but one so one a de wo ba
must not person oka
uko yi wa ya na wa hye ni amadi akata
what you say so let's find another time to talk about it.
We will
you see
sure.
I was saying that over 250,000 people in Amenfi West obia wan to about macro indirectly by campaign am obia down
nampa
sebio enye say ye efeni say TV programmer nanka obehu courses ya eba ese ye fro because oni ato abama so ese ye pekwan bi a MP adwuma no e betumi ahye mo kenayi
okay
you understand my point you go detail but let me say that the resources given to members of parliament in Ghana are inadequate. Meanwhile, they expect the MP to do everything. Nipana resources, ekon honum. Oh no, it's not other responsible, accountable. The municipal chief executives, district chief executives. Yentu abama omo, nkofokura ni mo. But the MP na yatu abama no, when be anim no. Yatu aba ama president. How many times ena president beko fene say ejiso say okona akosra nkofo ewo sebio unkura ni bia na unkura nkitwa ni. So the MP, you see uko East Africa. I went to Kenya. Madam, they give them $1.2 million. Yes, every year. For projects. Remember, then they say, let's get a special day to talk about the work of the MP.
Okay.
$1.2 million. A development fund. You employ about 20 staff.
BBT is a common fund.
Yes. You see, what is accountable?
Okay.
But to back Ghana, what do you see? 5% of this assembly common fund.
Okay.
Annual national insurance fund. Which is not everything I do by 100,000. For the whole year, for the 250,000 people in Amenfi West, about 100,000. What do you call it? Common fund aba enye nyame na ya dom na Session John Dramani Mahama. For whom Ghana for local government administration for mobile. As is our pledges of the 25 million Ghana cedis. Ever call all the assemblies to help the rural economy to grow up. Nanka, the whole year.
Each assembly
25 million Ghana cedis is going to the assembly every year. Understand my point? So sado kra ye nije kese ekra ma assemblies ne
senior adam no chirimu ye ne bia na nkofo adwom se ba ye homom
meba meka ba only 5% only 5%
they were no one person like
only 5% of sikawe and the MPO. And then we are home pony say 5% no MP accounts mo MP ne check our sign say ejeso MP aba na go for go it is controlled by the municipal chief executive. Chief executive no so crown simple no, he doesn't sign the check. It's controlled by the technocrats. Directors, no money engineers, no. They control. They do everything. And I say MP Jumana or ye no. I say nipa na ye de. Nanso say ya de etna say na ye peer review with respect to other countries To me abeboa.
Okay.
So mama 1 point want to go to the
but peer review some way ana omoye no
but we don't implement it.
Okay.
I'm talking about inter-country peer review.
ECOWAS Parliament.
We do it. We do it, but we don't implement what like say your call.
So it's not about saying kamutina say peer review and you say peer review na ye no.
We don't implement it.
You implement it bebo.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, recently me call is it Zambia.
Okay.
Zambia gives $1.5 million to every MP.
What check your population no say you constituency no population send onti each MP.
Oh, Zambia's population
also the exchange rate.
You see, our population I don't in dollars in their local currency. Okay. So if person will compare, use the denominator, which is the currency.
Okay.
You understand me? So the American nane say MP Jumano, I think it's a high time is sat down to look into it. Na ye hwe say ye discuss na be ma MP no akoye adwuma no aye more responsible was solve problems wo ho nyina because my sister inso ni ho MP school dan MP health facility MP just say
but say mo na mo ye mo de no ye facilitative role
exactly
ada na mo so ye amokoye campaign na mo ka say me ye makwan
enye obi aneka me for example I don't do that. If you are say ubi ye campaign na so boka je so muntu abama me namba me ba quote me twa kwan ama wa man to abama no me ba me si school down man to abama no ka say maban eba power me si school down ana bia aban no mehwe ma aban no abeye mo kwan mehwe ma aban no abesi mu school down mehwe ma municipal assembly abramusuo because we are key stakeholder in terms of development, so you can facilitate. But to yes, say as my president can now MP be candidacy, then it means you are not the president. You are not the rep of the president at the municipal assembly or district assembly. So there are certain things I think say you should not edit to you MP adwumani. Nti ya say sa semu esi. Nti na mtiche na ere.
Okay. On Shamodin, I feel Minko Ejiso MP, Honorable Prince, my dear Naira, and your day. Minko Honorable Boating, Cabina Boating. Honorable, you do say I now so a Kaio, who used to take job because I better than I and I reho, and then I do on Zunim Kunim Jinin and Niji by, but no matter what, a woo.
No correct many about my watching you ne afefu nyina nso na menchia bekrum Josepho I'm say funeral asemisi ye medie say the sika ye no meni ase ni su ense da mpipa nwi ye sa if say ya frase ya
okay
around March
okay
yes Mira in fact for me na me na me the second vice chairman ewo constituency no mti na me no na ekoba you know the see nti I lived through it nti ama we no SSC bi no in fact ama me Bruni beka say nostalgia me kai nrade na me nim say de ne yawo nso etie nti ye manfo mu akwatia ye ne wo mu eche in this pain because we know what it is and for yeni aye wo mra se bidwa mu e kra de impact ye more privacy ye ne no an ete hwa ye adwuma abrantie full of life just say ya de bi kra bonato yade bo to ho dia se ne menu aba wonim se ne ma mienu so obi nya tie didi mu ana se ba mu wodo obekro tie no kra de eja yitimi prepare ya dwen for these options but say abrantia yade bia mo no na mpofiri mu a we free mu sa no hayen pa and yen on the minority side obi besie ye kra ye dodo mpo ye sei kire se ye twa ye bon kakra se ye hwa aban so ene di aban ye no ye so ye di ye nwene ye ba ewa memu mu eteyiti no na yinua no so ase afiri mu no ti na kire se ye di emia pa ye di emia na ye ni so abre papa sabri hwem na se bedwam a se ye sha ase ya piki momentum a kama ye hunu ne se Ghana Parliament minority no so enso adwuma wo se ye ma ban ne ma tuto yie ni ade oversight ye gusu aye ye party kenye sabri na ke ye hwe ni mu se BBC enso beboy enso asi ye be no den nua ba ye se obretwa wuo nti duru se yi a ye bibifo ni ye nyamesomfo yi de na ya ji atumenu ya no muziremifo beka se alakai nya sa no muka no ai se de nyankopon pe no ye nti bebi ya to no ye fa no sa na adisuade kesi ewo mu ai nra nyina na ye dwendwen hu wo ye various platforms so se beyond the ye bia no se de bible kan ye no o se commandments ni nyina mra no nyina makani nyina abom e de ahye odase
okay
eti ye no to twene a ye tempenkwa ye koba ye yesi ya amanyosem no mukura ade na kire se hokura ade asei ye twitwa ye nantini we kura we kwanchi ye daso dia dwene we yetirimu ne se de ye nua bi beba fom se de obi ho asem beba ne benya tete no sre ne abasa na ye wure fi se kevo no so hono awu so tete hono wo hwidi no se na mukura mo brepe de wo hunu yetimi bon kompo ne ye hu sa abrabo no eni o ye pribia na ya da to wo de akwa timi ma ye do ye nua mo enei taminu ya kumi sa sori afiri ewuye aba kami yeso senka minu NDC fo nko mbeka se de ontena na konwa so no nya so mbi na yeti no kra yesei ko mbeka se ye kra 200 and something na ye doso ye kra yenya bebiri nti wo de akwatia wo de fa na ye mfa na se won so adwuma bitimi de aye oversight rule edi amaye se de be ye NDC aban bitimi aye adwuma no de mfa nka ho bia nka se de ye twen no sere ne abasa twen no nade so edi yi no bia enken konko basa enso on sorry mabio nti minu aba de ma fa free mu ni wodo medo nipa
okay
se de ye ka no nipa enke ye na mo ede so wi ne yanwie wodo ne nyankopon de amaye eno so ne ye ni daso ye de te asasi so se bi ebrunya sika kura ne nipa anwawawa osika nya ne nye de wehunu nti de ye wa ne nyamesom ye nyankopon ene wosom aye som de ama wo ma no na kakra betumi aye se de be ya da nkwama bi ye da to aye so betumi abo ye dini se nam ka chiri bu aten so na se bi ebru edwosoman so enya wi na edwoso so tumi nya wi ya se bi me da to wa na mekọ na me hunu se me so ye bebo me di mpa ewe chiri nti ye ma nyina ho yakọ ne ba se ye o man no so impact ne se ye ko by elections bi mu minu aba sika twitwiri di ye wose ye kopẹ ne ye de ma isi na ye sa ko by elections esa ko yi di pa fofora o ba bisi ye nu ya nanan nti the effect no wo ye nyina ye nso enya agro so obusuan ye be mo yakọ nya ba wie e ba se yi a ye nka no bibia ma no nye yie bio nti awrechichire sem ne be ka kire ye ho na ya hihye ye ho nkuran se da sebu a ye nyina e be kọ da sebu a ye nyina yesu owu to ade anu atobi fi so ye de ni a wo be ba be dan aka wo hu no nti ye hye ye ho den
Okay.
Na yempem ko yeni mon kakra.
Thank you. Over here.
So
And a video ba kwa ye boy a obai oni ekwajoda nkwa. Na oti how? Obai. You didn't share that
last
Tuesday.
time I didn't share.
Okay, that was the last time.
That was the last.
That was last year, August or September.
Yes. And I think the last time was Mene one Chief Bane. If my memory serves me right.
Ewa ha. Aye to abawi e wasen aba.
Ye to abawi de me ho ne bi.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And my bottle. But sister, my me emfanchia ma Napo construction. Kumasi family no and East Legon. Open me down se anytime I mefa sadia no na makao nti nyame nhira. And me wo fast Winifred. Fugu bebrebe o de me go meso. O a teacher bedema say upper east wo baby.
Oh, okay.
O de be che me sa na me sha. Ono abu mo humi a. Omo fi say na sha da so nti omo mbua me krapo.
Ai, ene de
nti me da se. Nanka mo police for hon sem bi kakra. Omo koko fight against galamsey no. Say e ma ye ni call mo ho. Omo pediem how is it? Some time back it was 30 Ghana cedis. And the minimum say senior officers about 100 Ghana cedis.
Oh, a day.
Yes.
Now where there's will be man go do obey.
Exactly the case. I'm even advocating some.
Now you're sure.
I'm gathering the fact. Until I'm saying now come
gather fully.
Until when I finish, I'll come at full at it.
Okay.
Sister, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Honorable Ernest Yakume. Mama Boto, seriously speaking, me I say me who social media first. Now me share TV.
Okay.
Your sister station Metro TV now omo come about Atwesian. Now say now somebody they want a pardon for him. And the whole breaking news nearby, I was shocked. I didn't want to believe it. They started sending me search on the social media and send me couldn't say I'm on phone so a post. Now me check it, say under the Fourth Republic, there are 2 MPs, no. Even though the statistics that I have here, no, it's not accurate because as at 29th of June, 2020, yes, as at 29th of June, 2004.
2004.
2004.
And not 2024.
Not 2024.
I show you.
Now, Oshia, members of parliament are best idune baako.
And I say we dey
pa. That is even under the Fourth Republic na Mackenzie 2004 1993 to 2004. Now 11
San about 20 years.
Exactly. And I'm sure that the list must have been updated by now.
Definitely.
Nkrofo mo film mo nyina omudin ewo ha. Okay. Na yan can be shame. And one of the honorable members Ura JB Dankwedu will become ya. Yan can be shame. And Ura a constituency. Ura John Kuma. In fact, my jump crab, mention honorable, I mention honorable beam. I mention American so say before you mention American for now. The work of an MP, as honorable stated, me I did be a my imagine say, me say, me kwakwaye MP because yes, I put to and sacranipa, Gisen social. Who be sa honorable Costa be? Na Costa na be sa no. Na me wo ehon iya no pa. Say almost say ade emu ode enye na ade ntina da bia omo pre omo ho ekọ.
Yes, of
so what bro fi be ka say greener pastures. Na omo akọbrochi omo kotra ho mo ho eho ama ne ho. No. Omo ka ya yegu ha ne yentie o ye fi so wo akọ na yeso ye ba ho bia.
Umbe ka se ma yeso ye mra ho ne ye mehu.
Adodode ho na wo de wo person be ka kire. Nti obi asesi ya wo hwe yen ana wo hu de e koso. Wo kan de ya wo ntie. Why? Because we perceive MPs no say they have it all. And now omonkasa so a part of the problem because they have appeared to us as if they also have it all. As a result of my main kind of radio, with all due respect, I quite to say extravagant lifestyle bisa. sabi Land Cruiser ba besi ho na ebi mo ho a okunkon na sabi brabi o mo bo na sabi wo ba yenso enche enso ajapade bi mu a wo se nipa no enya you are likely to think say all rosy for them na say me the MPs are nantipa they go through hell me say me friend MPB for a particular reason that's on responding and I'm sending a text message not on responding me repeat it right because who named your come why do you think say oh and that's why you think so between aboa the wohwehwe no nsaka but e bia na entesa
honorable the okodu ye friend na onfa honorable the si a to abama ni wie ye nchenka
sister ya so beka ya MPP and Nanado mo win power 2016-17
okay
now in 10 term one of the MPs central region ho baby and now western region stand to be corrected or a first timer or control the number goi wire signboard so beka ya bia wo we be discussing wa so he is available until you be a friend.
Na so
honorable asumani.
So I ain't
honorable asumani.
I ain't trying to make you.
Ni bia na kai.
And call your MP.
Somebody
was there.
I'm saying scouts. This guy. Or person will be who said,
call your MP. Said they call. Was he able to answer all the calls?
This I no say. I didn't know someone won't continue so.
That's
I didn't assist you.
Fatch me. Odi one term.
Hey, when you call your MP, you do one term. Hey,
somebody
this somebody goes to hey,
then pictures of nice
man.
After Kaswa.
Central region how be. You be discussing.
I think this is where honorable one of the MPs.
Either Gomwa Central or Gomwa.
I can't picture it.
Me say me you not figure. You be discussing what.
No was many. I remember
for one yard.
I me father takrad. Instead you na bom see bom. E ka for say me so many dey.
Obeto.
You go see am in US. I obeto me.
And I say eh me me. No pretty when you say so.
Into say see what say going now when we discussed that issue the way we were praising him say well
making you available to constituents
say
yes of
go through a lot adwendwen
obia adwuma oye bia no
adwendwen wo na stress wo
everybody goes through a lot at their workplace doctor only duty cry ye be friend be adwuma obia the teacher ni because the teacher for their more vacation, but parliamentarians go on recess.
Yes. Yes, they go on recess. But
lawyers go on vacation.
Their recess they suffer more because that is when a community a constituent will have access to them.
Okay.
And you must visit almost every point. Okay. You understand? Media. I empathize with them.
Biase mo beka che ne prince o say prince me constituent bi by o say ne yire awo na say the obeka say honorable all of a sudden me yire awo I was all of a sudden that's on plan say na so one 9 months all of a sudden me yire awo
o check it
so yare nso a ye nyina yare hyehyɛ ho ba yare hyehyɛ MPs ho as a result of say akwabo de eba be west because almost a backlog into almost the Monday and Saturday
be kan ho me enura na omo share sa Monday na say
yes.
I was like on bed and resting because sometimes on be kwa till like 11 p.m. 12 a.m.
Yes.
Into anu the honest I was like anti Sunday pay
into for me it is my advice to constituency be a Ghana ha ye ka kire mo say emamu hu MP ni say bibia hye ne bottom emamu hu ne say na account wa ye ma tab into when you mamu what do you hear more mobile studios come around the way they suffer because almost who feel say oh some mass security bibi kakra so and so into so much is on them into na me can say foot on me say me hu ne sa no I don't even want to enter there make me ayabo Ghana na me but like okay no somebody must work. Somebody must do the work of the MP.
Okay.
Honorable Kumi, the circumstances, the late. Say, but I think also say, as I say, yeah, a bit proactive. I want no be home. Because kakra meti and I stand to be corrected. Say, na o complaining say na come ya.
Okay.
It took some time. That time now.
Because that can't come and say me koko.
Yes, chest. Yes, chest pains. And say I know this idea, but unfortunately, into that be a better have me can say. TVET ne sa no mano. Enya mra ya dwene na keke wie ne be can say this TVET abeshe JSS from the scratch. Akola no baby no wo sua se de esi nwene ade. Se de esi pam, se de esi lay block, se de esi
camping chest here no.
Nya botre baby no oye sa ne nyina na ye senso asua se obi nya heart attack e de na ye say heart attack e be ba ne symptoms no e den.
Okay.
You understand? It is ye chere we mu nyina wo so se ya abrochire China for no omo chere nkola se de esi wo beko security say ade na ye de fire ho to check you say be a meta baby e she ho no nkola kitten no it's even on my status na oba Africa ha na o ma me twutwiri didididi ko all night wo no ko men kan say nyame so nyewu na asa ya de mnim sem no nyame so de ensem ho wo enti we must see ye nkyerɛkyerɛ say car accident ba na say obi e pra kese pa no da ho na wa no wa woni any technical know how wo fi say wa wu e bia no wu ye
okay
so the way e bom because ye nkyerɛ ye obi collapse a ye wo position a wo de beto ye wo de obeye ne kon enu na we have to be taught nti anko wura communal circumstances na we complaining of chest pains no we must have probably taught say ye nko hospital ntem. You understand? But the little delay because how do you know there? Wo twentwa so kakra, wo behwere wo nkwa.
I see.
Ye bema busuafo ya akokese papa. Na yere ne ma abusuafo wo akwatia.
Okay.
Ye momo nyina ya akọ. Na ono abuka say 274 na aka no asemato mo. Ono abanya mo nko a asemato Ghana MPB a wahwere nka represented Ghana not only in the constituency.
That's true.
Enti ya me hu de meka me say I'm speaking with truth me dwen hu anura saa be sia no pe mantumi anda ndi me sorry ekra mani so e bri me star bi na me say ma me nkope bibi ni na me so mama yes and interesting is in conclusion no
yes of
enkofo a wo dwen wo ho pa no they don't care wo da wo dwen wo ho mo nim say wo dwen wo ho say ye wo yere say ye wo kun say ye wo girlfriend say ye wo boyfriend wo dwen no ho no ono wadakura na ho nti yanso yenya
that yes. The fact that ojun obi ho does not mean necessarily no so dwen. Exactly,
it is the case, but then nipa no onim say adwendwen na wo dwen ho no e dey so many things bro, you understand? Nti yanso ayenya mre kakra ma ye ho na yen rest bibia ro ye adwuma bia yenya mre kakra ma ye ho quiet time rest, put off your phone make a media so mentumu da bia here for one say wo dum phone. But more kakra obenya kakra din there. Do not da kakra fine. You understand? Especially the MPs. Ekokuwa bi na rest. I'm say na monko regular checkups.
Okay.
Regular pa I support your maso no mayo and kese omunya hospital everywhere in this country. Obenya equal services across the country.
Now say that argument ni by omu ye say they should have a special hospital for them. For them.
Yes.
And debate shas here. Maintenance munya special hospital. We can do that for you. Mu de bibi ayenya mo special. Ebisa. Anya de won na mo anya ni ye na anya na yen ko together.
Come to think of it, they are 275. One is out now. Na me fa say 275. Na sa special hospital him fa no mbesi wakra ha. Won ko constituency. Say koto constituency dey na obeye. Until rather no, you make sure say we constituency, every constituency and every region, there must be a state-of-the-art hospital.
Okay.
Say big pub, so region or district, you know, a big miss you better transport of
almost every region. The regional hospitals.
Is it equipped to the up to the
standard?
Okay.
Okay.
And maintenance. Until ye pa aban which no aban bia. health system no yen overhauling in every region, at least every region one state of the art hospital.
Thank you. Wakasa kama pa na niama mienu baako ye media baako so yese kola bi na de bae me media baako no ne yese omo bre ne adwuma no se di sitie no na unyi ni se omo so omo overload omo ho MP ba obeko school MP bedroom kran afi opese osan ye ono a ne private adwuma ebi koje permission as much as emrane mo kwan no so koje permission di otimi nti so ye MP a ye lawyer a school for Quebec said the law is a jealous cause nti wakoye law afi na MP osuade say we ye lawyer dadan so no wa give permission so practice because or woni chambers so ye adwuma anadwo bia no osinete so nti bia so free parliament obeye 11 pm 12 am na obedu ye no onya bibidi ya esese osan kotena ne desk echi mi nkosuade efise echina me wo court ko nti ya na omo nso enload omo hododo afi kola ne de na wo de baaye no Randy si obi afrese me ka say adwuma na ede na me adwuma ho ye de Saturday ni Monday be ka ho no say Sunday penumbers no say adwuma na nyedin say di anka ye nsan ka so omunya ministerial adwuma nka omunya ministers omu de anije san kusum na e bia pay no
yes sister ya
you see I don't know I don't want to come in.
Go ahead.
You see Sweden.
Yes sir.
That's why mbe all the three topics are good. Maybe at this first topic exhaust or because I can.
That's true.
Me more MPBD, former MPBD. Maybe MP no hear you TV.
Okay.
Tell me come find me more day nobody will know. And for this. Now MPB or is it about one term or is it the 7th parliament or from Honorable?
Wabesumewie.
About
one term into 7th parliament okay
the twabetia
okay na je say mahama one ni mu no
honorable say wa mreme sika enemnem kwala ni dey yeah don't know it.
I know it. I know such things.
Quickly I have to give the person 5,000 Ghana cedis on my phone.
So I had a doctor who works at the Russian embassy who once called me, yeah, MPC won can be more mo na me call UGMC me de me yere na me hu honorable asimesi ono so asometwem ya me hu no me re ahoye pa nti MP ba ko ba ha na me se MP bra MP mpacho se ni se o se ya nyina ye bro ya ye wo dada kura adwuma na edin na akade ni so nso nti no ye fi parliament a oman ni bibi fufuru bia ne enhyehyeye bia ma ye party for nso asa ye kura ye nsan ni post bia kura e wo ye party ni nti no ye wi ana it say mfantini be kan ya akokuna nchem baby
we dey mentwa no abu mentwa ma tra here advocate da similar situation eba and I make say na ye kan omo welfare no man na me propose to say MPs no omunya a fund that they will, it will be deducted as source and put into it
like a provident fund sort of
be so what because we're talking about after MPship what they go through because I'm telling you on authority but could be a man no so was so na me I win sister I win situation koko amekwa kota no pass ye ko programmer and I'm ne be che I'm not lying enti when after MPship no so on am form as we speak on am form na bayaba onya hwe right now you see until such a fund is created na abeye bibia akwete says pension e na ye de ma senate nka kra monthly na ye de ma omo especially those who are omo akotena fie na sa
na wa ko fa nkomo ba ebinom ka say article 71 you kra aye ensem bebre yes crap here na form mra senate ne so say de ombeche military for the captain security for the no captain na sia and yan ko captain we form ko captain na
mama ka say mrs ya
yes
sweetheart as grass na ye kan wasa but dey me ko ntokwa e back pay
a salary deduction say was say
back pay
anya ni nyina na back pay
o me can be amount okay. Back pay na the man.
Okay.
Yeah, the severance award.
Aka. So let's take Yenchemu too. Forget about the back pay. Severance package, you know. And yes, instead of giving you a lump once severance package.
How much is severance?
And mumra sa Senate nhyehyeye na se
teachers fund
hwe bosume so a ubenya bibi kakra after waje wo lamp sam no
it dey make us say es gracia na yeje ya omo ka say de ma MPs no ene sika wa tuma wie na yakokuru sika de amasa jefa ko fi o
wo mu nche mutu wa ka sisi ya
meba dey make us say ebia say amount 100,000
yep
for now no commission entrance hu sika say de ma MP for the 9th parliament.
So
they'll pay you the salary of the 8th parliament.
Okay.
Okay. In the year, now president set a commission. Sikasa na say the ma MP no. Maybe a man say, you say a man say, but difference ni say the mo calculate man.
Okay.
Eric Afos marry for 4 years. Maybe I take a severance award, which will be about 25% even of the salary.
Yeah. So but now two things. One, obia kopa adwuma ye determine na ketua wo adwuma no ahyase. Enti if there is a problem, still you go back to article 71. And then ye betwen say ne Erika ba 9th parliament ye oni nia oje. Die enti na ye nhihye ye nyensesa ye say ene ye hu say Erika 9th parliament ya wabe. Busume say ni etua no. Rather say obetwen ya sumawi ansa ne ya bete committee.
You any this kind of man. No say security
then the other aspect of it say that severance package so ye jaw kwan boom 25% of whatever aketua no senka yetumi determine waketua no adwuma na hyase a afei said ye kopa adwuma yete ye ya ye ba ye adwuma wura say busumi say na metua wo akade ye wo ho ni wo hwe ye wo si metimi maje maye enti metal senate metal say na nka mo nso mo de na wombi enti say senate no mo nso mo ti asesi ase ye wo 2 tier 1 tier 2 which lamp 1 ene de busumi bia mo benya no eno nya nchen se de wunua yi frɛ wa ono abo wa mre bibia me ni ewu ana me ni memewu ene ye sen ene ye 8 enye kra se 1000 bia se nka busumi so ye wo beje.
Oh, so MPs assembly
MPs fund.
You see what you say.
MPs fund besides the 71 because you don't agree with the fact that omo yenye insisaye was article 71 ni mu say they first of all yen omo aketua no should be determined before they start work.
I agree.
That one is perfect.
I agree, but to say teachers fund, yenye MPs fund. Something will be deducted.
What you forget is that teachers fund is an association.
I know.
Not for Nati.
Yes.
MP for no more MPs association.
They are caucus like 275.
Okay.
When you can say NDC MPP, or contribute every month, no, it is deducted as sort and put in that fund for investment.
Okay.
Until to me, I can say 10 years time we start disbursing.
Okay.
Until say if 10 years now, so much work free mukra. Ready we have may at home say at least yemma will bush for BBC. Until from there onwards, let's just say every month, no. Okay. Will be say what you are catching your.
That's not bad. And some of the Bema committee, babe. More referral committee, no.
You can get an ad hoc committee to look into.
Okay.
But the make can say. When him say, Nana.
Yes or no?
MP, ye ka yeton. Ye na itu ya deka. Glampu za na
titi. Yeah, we loan o mo de mamo. But say me meti, me to me kan father, the father person me talk ama me ka loan na eye interest free. Say me come adwuma ba ka chem say ntina me chia okafa bank, ko bank. Say me ko bank be gi loan. Enti mamo so mo ma na nye te say enye kura sa because who ko banka ubenya ukana wuto no interest free whereas media interest was
any free
kwa interest lesser than mine.
Mama make this correction. You see aban no and negotiate with a bank.
Okay.
Say me per say MPs no what talk as the mom.
Okay.
If you meet busum bia deduction e be say.
Okay.
So the government will negotiate on behalf of the MPs. Respect.
But honorable, it is on record. It is interest free.
Maybe. We pay interest, but maybe a bit minimal, like you are saying. What you are saying? Because the government has negotiated.
Debate.
No. I'm telling the truth. You want MP no? Can you do constituency? MP anya problem. Just so MP. Na so by lesson. Ura kuma wuye no. Ka ya toma no.
First time na we. First time waje car. Second time waje car. Third time waje car. Car isu ye tie rubber. Teacher ni so Mate so se mete so.
You see,
mami,
Nana, mami South December. I didn't try president soon. Yeah. The guy is a president. You be more a dime what them. Bezo you question Nana mami.
Sir, okay.
You be more dime what them. A damn crown no. You be more office.
Okay.
A baby house office amount.
Okay.
Or be more security.
Okay.
Okay. Obema ni ma work Kenya na be crack coming to me can this year. I didn't try yes out the man.
A bit your staff for car.
I didn't try. I'm asking you, I didn't try. I'm asking you, why? So what's Maria?
What's Maria? Did you say I get to ask the question? I don't answer.
You see, the moment you become a public figure like a president or MP, you are an icon.
Okay.
Obi Asho.
Okay.
Do you expect say Manda Hemo, Nana Danko Kufuado. Ubon say or for trotro. Would you like to see the president in that state? You see, do you want to see the president in that state? You don't want to see the president in that state. How can a member of parliament, legislator, why you do bear 4 terms, will we so or tokoko? Is it nice?
Hey, Mama comfort jai now ban wo TV so.
They make what I say.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is enye ya said that, but the moment you rise to that position, you are an icon of a community.
And see, honorable. Oh, so MP 275 is 76 and still counting.
Me can't say Abencho Moka wasn't. I've not said that.
No,
I've not said that.
Okay.
But there should be man can say ebia Mokano interest free or you compare with a teacher. Forgive me. Teachers will forgive me. What I say. So there are certain positions that say or hene. Ukrome hene. Ukrome hene. Na say you one say or there be a my taxi and now a crony taxi. And or diffi ho ekoko kese ma will you be happy?
Anu de nsonsunie wom nkromu nyene no ye ntone so aba bi kura na akonwa mu a wote so no
oh your icon
apart from say ya continue na no hu say esese bibi kan akonwa ne ho ti won na ntoma na akonwa na budie
we MPR
won say so we no dey say
in that food exactly so say ka say MPs are not treated fairly respect to the other fairness arm of government now because Sabio even the municipal chief executive Abato Kama yes Yemen security
okay
week be say assembly papa or musika what happens and they say week be empo Yemano a weekend allowance for eventualities ubekwa ha
unaccountable
you see nana episodes are not treated like this country
manua ye kro bra say ye kra so ye bon sa wa
you see
eyi bi wa ko ba ko bi do no ye nso na wo park no so
ontumi nko ba ko nya ba
eni ke otiate
enti ye be ye nie
enti ye
di ba was just check unfortunately na no 30th June na World Parliamentarianism Day na she me pass that na twem but we'll find a day one Friday na ya eno no nya time o 3 months no a wo ba no ye na ye di sa nkomo no de be ma ye nya sika de abom hoka
ya fata mi
ya be de ya boru gaga enra adwumadi a ekoso engineers and planners acquires black voter gold project says I'm Jonah say we a big deal in Ghana if you say we need the nkan a Ghana ni people indigenous Ghanaian company ba be too for good e wo Ghana as unfortunately nkrata na wiem because engineers and planners are quite free adwumako no the same Azuma project now Azuma project for meaning say if indeed release Chronicle say Azuma project but on letter na apie Azuma resource project
that's what I know
nkrata na mo a mo so can say ye de release issue si release issue ye njai bibia mu emfama obia of I mention say also
Yes, Medasi. I'm very happy about this project. Especially Akobanite, Ghanaian mapa. Americans also, as usual, wouldn't Madam for no Newcastle graduate and his PhD.
Yeah, Manichi
Andrew Streme, Yamisha, Obo Modern, the George from Chiamu, and I more have me with phone so, and Anka Wamomechiamo. Yes, of fire. And Rachi, now you're discussing. Now, in fact, not this deal, Kropo, and Tim, okay. Now, on the touchline, my name is Jerry. Now you're discussing about indigenous businesses and indigenous businessmen in this country. Now, said you to me, they are no a good omunduma. Said you see the vindictiveness, edi kum omunduma. Okay. Say, men can't quench the crown. Ura Kwame despite. Adoya or Yemagana. I want to be what that's so yeah. What things and same be a fan of a microphone, or Madi microphone, Jan or more fan who social media. Nina hear them same. Ura Ibrahim Muhammad Yang Nanka a friend, you know, any box sites. Nanka a idea or more than man or dear bit dijumason. Na Abua Ghana and that community. And then buy or then the machines alcohol because a new administration happened. The Ashanti regional minister then seized all the machines and told them said they or enter sa biano. Ghana knew and almost more the project Sino Hydro $2 billion.
Butter trade.
Whatever Ghana, I am so competent enough to have expanded his tentacles. Now can what be mama conform what area ho. What fa bin so Ghana ha afana you know betumi aye adwuma. Na ye manage no just because nua a president. Right? And I am happy that this particular deal by maybe I'm not even going to look at Azuma resource or more say or more contestation. No, or more pass on the back court. No, they should proceed to court.
Court can the judgment date baby.
Well, me baby a yeme ahunwohua. Any the fact say enkrofo mbe kasaye, especially say Sam Jonah. Or because emma obia nhunu say eye politics. Emma obia nwevi any motive into it say ebia ebi wonim de all can because a CSCSCSCA. Edrachi Sharaf Mahama. The boxing promotion Eddie, your friend is say Anthony Joshua Eba Ghana. And yes, social media so discussion on your sister station, NIT FM, any other stations. NPP communicators. They are not too good one pa. When you see him or the now when the man is can Ghana boxing has almost collapsed. Obi Asha CSA or also or the na famu dia babe boadi among 4 years. They are not a goon because no papa is president. As I sit here, I know exactly the person who sponsored that particular promotion. I want to believe say ne papa and mami and as an abusian for probably even $10,000 they didn't contribute. Ubi and I say other businesses.
So you know outside or no money.
Into
say okay say mirror cry or any business so sometimes them comfort me have a kick and say I'm not encouraging say Ghana for nyesa, but maybe I know be so bisa from a good place, good intention, and more with a genuine question.
You see, when they want to me convince me say,
I'm not convincing them bisa.
Who nimwa yedin. Okay. Line of thought, no question.
Was in my day.
Idea winning no. Honorable. Now, say no.
You're right. They were educated.
We are young media. Honorable person Jemame. Now, so young media. Na media minimum me busa question.
The line of thought. Any examples of mama? Ne papa me president. Uncle betumi aspo. Me wa wo na de dada. Ena obi
ebanesa insese wo be hwe se o mu ne hu fia na be hwe no negative side ade na won hwe no other side to say ebe ma no opportunity ama ono so aka nasem ana wa kire bibi
there be on say nkrofo bi o homo nkasa ye won nkrofo a ye de ya no ogu homo business so mo ate homo ye din
okay
look na me ma example bi a Obepe, but Famuha.
Send me impedi a men fam.
Mate. You will come despite.
A man in rest.
Dabi, a sampa. Almost any brand, we do papa. So, who can Ghana hapa businesses? And now, Crawford, you name some your business. Ye jiwo mutum, a jiwo mudipa. Come despite your number one.
Okay.
And as a Uber, even the media fraternity group, and the West. Once a Ghana afforded no minimum say, despite no radio ni TV people, or minimum so other businesses. Now, say one idea kunkuru, I was CSC ho museum. No, saya. Sadia no was no. Anka, ubetu media ye bibi fufu kese kura ben plug Ghana for bebre, enso ya no. Or the museum. What you holding up me my foot to say may share that because of how the brand is so heavy. Won't be assembly line for cars. Now a year fence Yokohama a you bidding Toyota a you bidding any cars Ford moon a you bidding until say a beer assembly line of KD 2026 you start to see a produce car Ghana for better man I fekeke. You understand? But because there are a lot of rich people in this country. On funny second could be a human because what could be we as a kind of way. I am so happy that for the first time in the history of this country, an indigenous Ghanaian is going to take that challenge. Now I want to believe that area hono. Mahama. Oh ma omo enko atwetwem te se de obuasefo asika twetwe de wo ya deprive them from the needed development. I want to pray and hope say social responsibility towards that part of the country no any Ghana nyina no obeye amana yefe medase ona
wo kwabna boate
ni aba say asemi ba yi nyina ye see.
Okay.
Yes, and for us say Ghana ni you know obi adwuma ama ayekese no so say bi ye pre adwuma kese a ye be ye ama emfaso abaso ama wo man no ama o manfo enso wenya bi aya say bi o ka se nya na bia o keka ko be bia you know enye enti on the face of it no yinyina ye welcome it faso ba na sika ba ebika wo mayim you know ema o manfo nso so aye befa wo mo amomanya adwuma ye in fact in the minerals industry no ye hunu say ahoho energy aboso like skill e kan wonti kura na kwesi koko sike ye die ye boho bra ye huna no fi say wonya ne mfaso a I say galamsey food dey biom si breaking day we jan mfaso a ye wo dey a ye repatriate ni nyina
okay
e di akro it is a wo sika no so aboho brasen wo de mfaso wo kwa wo say wo pesika kokko kwesi kokko sika no no nya bi sesa no wo di konukrom
okay
ntubun se da bia na amayi sika no entumi nyina de ya kan free tete ne se nya Ghana fo a wo mo nso ebitumi aye den kakra no mo gina mo na aso atimi grow a company say e be ye competitive said ye kwesi bruni company tumi eba beji adwuma kese ye e ma ye gine tumu no ya nso ye ma wo mo nso ye Ghana asase ma se wo mo nso tumi yobi na ye de adwuma mo wo mo no mo ye na ye afi na ne ye hunu say ye nso ye koye nimu o yini ni munkronkro bi o mukra de ka fo mo ho ne se
amana man
ono amama bi
thank you
ye obeba beto ade wo ho a agi se bi a wakoni nu yanom no nyina ho ahu se bi o munton bi eno wa ba beto wo ho so ye haide ya na ya koye se ye ni agi ahoho ho chen ya nkasa you know ye nkuruma ibitimi aboa wo mo ama wo mo agina wo mo na so nti yewura Ibrahim Mahama in the minerals industry no the o ye no ho kire se Ghana yensu yebitumi aye ye bona baso na foforo nso a wo mo nso ekura companies ya hodo a wo mo nso ho expertise in other areas ye encourage wo mo nyina so wo mo nyina in that various industry no omo so mpehwa ade no mu hunu na omo so emra even onto the international level say aban to me ma wo mo contract yakese no mo ye na mfaso no so ebika ha na isika no to me gina na overall no Ghana yinya so mfaso manu yi eti menu aba ye nije ho na it cuts across na ya manyono na aba bi wurem say minua eka yini bauxite ase
okay
in fact na wanko anankeye if say there's a court decision on it na
the decision na bewie ne de obetumi akan bi
na make us the point na no dey make no dey ko make akwa say ase aban bi ba ye no so obi wo man mu no wo yi bibia ban no ani nye ho ana se bibisa ye de koma hoho ne ade enye ne sa de mom ade ba ko a wo man yi mu ye pesi ye bu abamu e wo ho ene se aban betena ho na ye beto aba na aban no enya aba no na ebi ade be chia mama mpani afiri akonya so na afi na se bi buru be sensa contract yakese di amema companies bi ayi nyina nso nim se Ghana mrase any contract relative to ye minerals no ye natural resource deposit no ye treaty no to say it should go to parliament here parliamentary approval until okay. Na last minute ideas and in fact there's a decision of the court on it mo nka ma no nkonko ye say e bia saabere no de na ye kan bi na regional minister bi na ban bi at the time ababe yensem na ho ayi nyina ye tu ye hofo ewo mu nti contract no ya wote so no in the course of a term no ye manon ko ye sa ban ye firi wa fe ne ye pepere ye ho sensan contract di fifa
enya time oho ni momu na nka ne eye koko se wode be ma na oko ni momu a onim sa niam betimi asesa wo machi bibia betimi a happen no eno obeye saade
last minute ya na wunya problem because bre was all the comrades se bidwem emi bobo ho duso no ehwe no wunya ti na akwakoye rushed rush is answer you see the devil is always in the details ti ya na eno na ya na ekofa ensem deba na across the political divide so ye hunu bio nanse ya abanda dey ewuhui ye hu a company ya na aye distressed that nyina yinim say hotel yi ano mo obviously no muntimi emmo ho bra nya Ghana ni ba wo no so wosika a wosi da bi ene say abadwumakuo ya ye nadwene say hotels yi ye ton dia me so mo ho ahode de meto ye nua no mo the other side ka say da bi etwe no sere ni abasa ama
ya de ko
entumi ama so aba so ye Ghana ni ba ono so ye Ghana ni ba
onsom wa ban mu ne de se nya abotre papa ne de ne se meme ye pure businessman ba ko ye Ghana ni o ye business no kre na so san sum e wo sa ban enu ye ba fo eto sum ye no hotel no na ni nyina na ne wo mu ni ahoden ana
in fact records here nyina ye bede adwa no company no committees actually say we are distressed eno no de ye factor de nyina ye
nine no emu ba ko de o make profit
na emu de make profit no so mu take decision say yetumi de ma private person emu de sika bi wurem ebe no so timi gina na so ase kada nka nya no bone
no private person o san ye minister o
twa na me be no obi so wa ban mu enu obi de ye describe no so ye private person ba mampani ko be bi kura wonu timi twi mampani edne ko office ni nua no that is even more that is even dangerous me nua ba ai de ono no eye adwuma wa ba mu as a minister na board wetena ase ko decide this decision on count. It was not even a cabinet decision why can say be a cabinet minister adwumaku a wo mo eye limited liability a year wo mo take business decision and wo makika sika semesi ani no mo se da bia de wo se yeton ye ni sika no bi so se me wo anwode meto just because say wo ye adwuma wo ye minister nti yes ye mfa ma no na se bi ebru mampani enua de de ma no e ma no eyi me de eye futuo na me de ma say across the political divide no yen sha se ye hunu niema different say dede you can say kokoba ye na eyiyi dede ba nso ya eyiyi ni nyina mu no ye nhwemu no sese mfasode ne beka wo ma yi mu na beboa ye na se bi eburu kululu bia ennimu dia adenti ne ye kwa akohwe se wi wo firi ha na wi wo firi ha no kwasi kokko no ba ne de wono de ye comfortable si ye ni deal ni yesesa wo ma yi enwuma de ma no ma ne ye nya sika e de kunukurum dan ye ankasa ye nua ti na mo say me brother na nka wo cite sa example no de kan but otusu bi ono no pe to just make a point but across the political divide it looks like sa any ko o pe de enye kra de a enye ka ya ban ya to abeti ya no na mampani e free edwaso ade tia wo ko no assign contract contract yo no anima e interested e no kra de ne de nkan kra wo.
Thank you.
My
honorable Eric.
1 second, Mama.
1 second, the unya answer.
A discussion I fine.
Okay.
But as a honorable member, or ama if anything, you know, detail.
Why my discussion.
See, Mama Adekye and Mama Fa Minina Ghana for you name.
Okay.
In fairness, Emora Ibrahim Mahama say
what I
am the first person I want to me akopesika $100 million say Obabe injected into our economy, especially within the extractive industry. Now what to sika koko Sebio, over so many years, large scale production of gold, no, yeah, they are outsiders because anyone can do it. You understand me? Anyone can do it. Into a couple $100 million. And Andra, the whole country, IMF, the fourth, trench, no, it's about $370 million. The whole country. IMF, Bibia say $300 million just to come and put into our economy for a city to be strengthened. One person, Akonya Bosia over $100 million to come and inject into economy. Yamishraro, which is a Yamano coin, ama or extract if there's a bauxite, no one in here. Nanka for the last 8 years no ebi kranka yakwanim more than this.
Okay, bi kranko bobosia.
Yes. Maybe you had your turn.
Yes.
You had your turn. No, later you talk about it.
There's a
no. This is not your time. This is not your time. This is not your time.
And what can we do? O Kenya no.
Ebia yamano kwan. Emma went into the extractive industry at that time. Ebianka enuma odiama Ghana mebunu. Taxa what you are I'm coming to the point. What you say? See a man. What is timing? What is timing? Please, what him say a year Adebia Nsroma parliament. Maybe we are all learning. You are from executive instrument. And yet Adebia Nsroma parliament. That's what I talk about now as the president. That is why our cabinet, it is registered in our constitution. Cabinet is registered in our constitution to take a decision on behalf of the nation. And Mamika said, for the entire 2016, these processes were going on with respect to the Ibrahim Mohammed's issue. So I don't want to hear, you see, on this platform, say, ye to abewie ye no e na okone na osan bibi edma no Jomama will never do that. I know the man. He's a selfless man. That's why he had 1.7 million votes.
Time Ben or sign a contract.
Me say there were things in process. And yes, I was sorry one day na me connect bra me sama.
Okay.
There were a lot of discussion at the cabinet level and everything.
Executive instruments are say or make a point say or your president in Nia. Cabinet in so president
you see, so
inti say
or your president in Nia. Inti or a home crime He has all the technical eye, financial, muscles. Say Obebua Ghana to inject, as we speak today, even $100 million into a Ghanaian economy, or no problem.
There be.
The same thing.
What if say EI and your cabinet in taking decision? No, say the be president ni hunsem say why you unity and ye enko parliament e wono minority or majority or Ghana fo nyina wo ho if so mo reps na wo ho no o ma hwe mo se ane eye o ye Ghana ni irrespective so ye president ni ano e be boa yen nti parliament for ya giatum ye mfama.
Are you taking note say or yeah, President Niantino. That process should be done. Is that the only thing that or Ghana ha my parliament? Sika dear government flagship programs of the MPP. Free of our parliament. Planting for food and jobs of our parliament. For export of our parliament.
Why not nation so? And now
you see, it's a high time you stopped say we nimianti we senti enti samiti na me nua bi
one who say Ghana for na yetia ye busa ko say momo wo kai say bribi family and friends ebe ye kasa beto Ghana enti empo president Mahama safa saade no Mahama 1 family and friends and sana nanado soba family and friends. Say, upese ukio mischief bia. Umfani amano entunseni eni said ye beya. Ubia be hunu o matase no sebe sepani ko niaba. Ama nia ebi opese nko odi play mischief no. We hu say o ade am say na tie.
You see, I'll keep telling you.
Okay.
Say, don't drama ne Mahama. Ontna ho e masai ne ma we. Magana for Enkasem Fentian. Respect say Ibrahim Mahama and all Kunti and a what sign criteria man. No, you should be out. Jamaican watchers. So I'm still on my point, say. And yet, and you na about parliament. Your name be a benefit say, oh, you should flow.
Okay.
Because a bebwa. You see, I tell you about $100 million we inject into the Ghana economy about parliament. But we are happy. You understand my point?
Absolutely.
You see, dear. But what I'm saying is that there are certain things, you see, definitely shouldn't come through parliament. Executive instrument is there. Did they make and say, na your money baso nye nana se so what to me inject the money is huge $100 million what to me aba e mine
okay
minim say me hu ai bi wa Mama can't claim credit.
I know the last one.
That's you allow us to continue.
Oh yeah, just a quick one.
Okay, then let me.
Yeah, quick one.
Hey, we quick to do so. And you okay? Offer out the kind of me can't say there be. And honorable Mpacho. To be fair to him, yes, offer.
This honorable Eka hotels Nasem. Hotels no more bemu.
Okay.
The opposition did not kick against it. Rather, CSOs. Civil society organizations, and they started first the agitation about the fact to say they have done their own calculations, etc., etc. Imani and Co.
Now you show position and count. You know some of
yes, yeah, you know the can who be, yeah, you know the two. I can say, and it is civil society organization that raised that issue first. And yes, now some more bemo. Now, sir, opposition, more here be no opposition kicking against Namon to me. You cannot blame the opposition. The agitation came from the and now your house on a hotel wawa. Ura for Breso. And na neba. Almost say when the man became president, Chebia na nemba something consult you. Omo konje bosia. And almost the two hotel. He says something another dan ko for so my sister's keepers. Almost sorry ya sometime no money na commercial bank. Almost ko tam su kapuduo. And ne Sasi can so you understand? Until we are women make us a conflict of interest.
Okay.
But you see, the last month the last month now
but the public
no I'm only saying I'm only trying to tell you say and as I told the public say Ibrahim Mahama did not ride on his brother's back to go and take a loan or the Babayan investment. He has been in business long before even
said that.
So we must just so we are only putting it in perspective. Say, Segana ni a person wo your business. It doesn't matter. Say, nipa met me ayam kuandia. The obesho change here.
It doesn't matter the process. It doesn't matter the transparency.
The processes and the transparency are important. But young can who says, 1 month na December na Ura Mahama
that wasn't the time.
That big business, you cannot sit 1 month.
No, that wasn't the 1 month.
Are you able to tell Sabre you will pin for bid?
Also about executive instrument. And I so source no man so. You have your competence no between the executive project.
All right, thank you. I feel very cool.
Templates and crowd.
Yeah, but the Edikai, Mamin corrected some error, so to speak. Ganamra, in fact, a constitutional provision, particularly Article 268.
Okay.
Say, contract be a former good year, natural resource, mining, whatever. Here, parliamentary approval, a constitutional provision. And he said, "You're not my senior brother, Kase." Executive instrument in here, he can deal with it. That is not the law. In fact, Ghana, okase wuku tu even enchene kura eba parliament. Emma ye approve because a natural resource. It has to do with the land. Even wuku timber leases. Ni nyina eba parliament. Emma ye approve. Na minu yaba mamim putting on record say metina ha no pay. Mabom miura Ibrahim Mahama mabona baso asa encourage kura say afoforo bi no mu a wo nso develop corporate in respect of other areas of the economy no wo nso nyire wo mo ho se de be ya ye bedu ba bi kura ye nkofa kwasi kokko eno no aba beje adwuma wo ma wi mu na mum minu ya ne koka 2016 inyine hini box site de and I'm senior brother so kasa sa abre no nke ma no kwan e ma Yewura Ibrahim Mahama mode extinct cubic e ne company no ye ma no kwan sa abre no ma ne di ye adwuma sa abre nke e koye nim mini achinyigye wo ho na mom de me ka be say asem no court ama Supreme Court ka say once they were going to undertake mining they ought to have obtained parliamentary approval pursuant to Article 2681 and then Section 5(4) of Minerals and Mining Act, that is at 703. And this is a judgment of the Supreme Court. And who took the case to court? That's a judgment.
What was the motive behind?
Problem cubic.
What took the case to court?
That is the question.
What was the motive behind taking the case to court? No, you see, that's the whole. That's it.
The Republic versus High Court General Jurisdiction 6 Accra. Ex-party Attorney General ne applicant. Extinct Cubic Group Limited ne interested party. Court no affirm constitutional provision say.
But the motive. What was the motive?
Mining.
All kasa me say na ye ne krada.
And do mining without parliamentary approval. That was the problem with the Extinct Cubic. And no ne twem. Nkoma me bra yidi ye na ma ye kofa eno ba you but eno de twem court no abo agu
intisana ha do no ko sisen sana ha do no ko sisen
ye no de ye bo na ba so say
sana ha do no ko sisen
ade ade ye sana ha
$2 billion
honorable afo jai I na mo be ya sana ha do ko sisen no mo sana ha do sabe ka no ma parliament I na mo te
honorable
oh sabe ka no ni parliament I na mo ha
so don't be defensive
and now kind of real with the moon yai kwabena koso
e ma ye ma no nkronkwa ye say And they will be a problem.
Okay.
And then I say, I mean, and I will say next topic a bebasono will be a concession. Also, a private be a parliamentar. Well, rightly so. It's a facts number outward. You say somebody is laying claim also.
Oh, I know the other topic. I was just giving it as a way Azuma resource project.
Yes, but in Kenya, Adia Abino at first instance, Nema contract no. As long as it has to do with our natural resource, it was about parliament. That is the problem we made in the Inini bauxite.
What's the way now for Faba? But we are not seeing when they do.
If you say Mrano Yemra,
and
I will not listen to them.
Okay.
And then disregard the constitution.
All right.
I think say I think I'm the lawyer here. Minim say be Yamra kakra. It is a lawyer needs a metana come and equal TV so say will be quiet mining in the parliament. So for purposes of education, Article 268 imperative and section 5(4) of the Minerals and Mining Act, it ought to have gone to Parliament. And I thought no affair me. It's a bad guy and going into the
about Parliament.
Which one? If you can give me the details.
Butter.
Oh, butter. Yeah, did because Tamale interchange in yes, it came to Parliament. It came to Parliament.
Go and check your records. Yes, Sino Hydro. Sino Hydro. Do you know they release this that came within the $2 billion?
No. 3 SHS about Parliament. Planting for food and job about constitution then kase abanye policy a parliamentary approval. And you may hear parliamentary approval.
No, we are talking about Sino Hydro.
It's one kind of black and white, but say it's kasamun kwadia.
Yes,
about parliament. From the constitution, the FSHS no neti kasamu.
Yes, but I know they are approved by way of budget.
Okay.
She said they are allocating budget, no. Okay. But anything that has to do with contracts. I will be no be Juma or Maisika Ebe Frimo in this respect when it has to do with mining natural resource. And then I make say last year Parliament even salt mining about Parliament salt.
Thank you. I know the one catch everyone into my yemfa we more quick enough yenka the nra mo ye ho press conference no. Kwame Nasirita for change Mame are you aware? Visionary leader John Dramani Mahama will inaugurate Ghana Gold Ball Task Force today. I think it's ongoing. I saw some videos right now. It's Kwamina, it is gone. We one fetch a mai. Oba makin kanama. Solo udi atempa. We yes yentumin kaima. Fantastic over for say yema se wakutu of CBG Sefia so happy birthday Emmanuel and Mubarak sister please as the benefits as the NPP the benefits we got from the China deal. Okay, honorable Dada Nana Ekufo says congrats to Ghana and Ibrahim Mahama. I wish we should have someone to refine the raw material to finished products for Ghanaians to buy rings and others to let our people enjoy cheaper prices from those products. Okay, who is there again? Fantastic. Oh my auntie. Paulus Castle American Town Kinky House aka Dr. Baumialfa here. We are experiencing frequent power outages. That's them so every day. Yet John Mahama has introduced a 24-hour economy. So he wants us to work all day and night. How can we have a 24-hour economy when we are still struggling with constant power cuts? And that's Paulus from Kaswa. Farouk FK says NDC and John Mahama should wait till we, the NPP, come to power in 2098. They will see pair.
2028 and say
2098.
Oh, okay, and what
Paul Amenosoji, good morning. Naiko, fantastic. NDC is the future for Ghanaians. NPP, never again. And then Kofi Ano, the only thing I want you to check for engineers and planners work is that are the workers working at in the northern region, are they being paid? Are their provident fund being paid? they don't pay it, I see. Who is there again? Okay. Makin kan kakra no. Ono kwabna boatin. Minim se nura na wo ho na enura senior
press conference.
Senior and ladies press conference. Ono wa adoma commensa efija kwabe wo. O ka se honorable Jinapo ababe ka se eban ene ana eban what is eban? Eban ase mfanse kasa. Eban na akoma oil discoveries no. Yehu ye kra ye nya ni commercial quantities mo se da on fa credit no emma why na the credit wo mu bi mu amoni abere
yo many about things say it was for purposes of clarity,
okay, when
it comes to government communications,
okay,
and that clarity is also very necessary for good governance. Kenya die bia ye betwe no sereni abasa bibiri ni nyina ne se o man no ye fom agudie no e bi ye fango no sisi ye koyenim,
okay,
ye hu emu bibiri so ye tumi ye hu nnwuma o man no bi nya so mfaso eni ni titiriwu a ehia ne mom se problem ebe mu ye se de aban empenifo ebeka no faaye minister no ebeka no faaye e ma ne koye se afei na yakwako drille ho a discover sa well no aye ka ho asemi na akoye misinformation kakra because the record in the ministry
so because we from one quote our chronicle the by say the said statement with the subject so quote declaration of commerciality. So commerciality and the emphasis for Eban Akoma discoveries marks major milestone in Ghana upstream petroleum sector unquote. To say that and yes I feel na yehu nemo yehu ni dudu mu a yebetimi etu aton no
oh me aba na no de yesi yehu no dadada first no a yekohu ye ase yehu adwuma I mean as far back as 2019
and 2022
oh no 2022 die no 2022 die no on say ye wo Akoma
okay
ewo ho na Eban yi started Eban yes that was drilling no July 2021
okay
oh July 2021 eni aye hu adwuma aba bepem sabe at that time no ye discover ye hu adwuma because works were done did we say it was for private whatever was there the deposit was just enough for private consumption or what the purpose was for commercial discovery
oh yeah discover but bia na ye ntimi ntu ne duduo mu ma re mfisa nsane e ba be Cape 3 points no na ebi mu aba ni ye hu what I say sir enti papa Jojo usu ne squad ne baaye no it was that say ye nya no duduo mu a enti nya say ye nim say ye wo ye nim say ye wo na so ne duduo mu
adwuma no aye koye ye no ne discovery no ye nya ye no we knew say ye duduo de aye bitu amoma no nya so mfaso
enti de na esi e kwan sabre ne ye ntumi entu
ya ye hu adwuma from that time ebepem sabre oye hu asem ne ye kan you hu adwuma no it takes time and ye nyina any investments so e wo say ebemu any ade and so exploration we nyina na nya ba no na ye wu ke say hu sika ye ntimi ya nkasa ya ho bu anso ya kwantu enti ya abrofo ya mekura ka mi wi aba be ka se de
enye collabo
oh of course yes
but abrofo no wo na aban so GMPC so
yes so de bia ye hia wo mu mekura de ka de me hwe de se de ni Yura Ibrahim Mahama aye ne di enko obi nso enye nanka you know oil ebidu baby even exploration no kra ye hia abrofo no bio nanka e behwe no nanka ye ne indigenous company bi na ekoye all this exploration. The only problem is with the narrative. Me asem we kra de me ntwene bedri.
Okay.
Problem ni ye narrative de keke. Me de ye me de se Ghana. E say ye kan wells a ye hu a ye ba be drille etua me nya so mfaso a. Ahanko ano yetimi kan be enan ekonum a ye ba be nya so mfaso.
Minority no mo concern is
the narrative which is also important. The narrative. See ye kokano as if say NDC aban ba ye afi ni bi o manya 6 months 7 months e no makọ discover a new well be eno no ye in commercial quantities and the narrative will not be accurate
I see.
Obi ene hyase ene wa ya ba bedru sabri ene ye toa so ede kro. Government is a continuing process. Meaning the Tiana political class, ye person ye decide we ye. And men can say NDC for one ye.
Okay.
I think say going forward, then was say credit is given where credit is due. What your own person will be creditor. Just let the narrative be accurate.
Thank you.
Well, no, that is just it.
You see, 2019 to 2022.
You see, me, I see this press conference to be not important.
Oh,
yes.
How?
Not important.
I didn't.
So, what extractive industries here? You see, let me even come to the oil itself.
Okay.
You see, oil, a finite product. A unit to say what they are their chef for. Exploration of oil in this country. It started 1896. And it started here with baby oil Ghana. You invest into it. You see, between 1957 and 1966, and established a GMPC in Ghana. You understand my point? And what's the job of GMPC? To explore into areas a bit mania, if anything, oil in this country.
Okay.
You understand my point? And therefore, say
to the extent that Tor was built.
Tor was built. Thank you for the additions. It is you see, oil was discovered in 2007.
Okay.
No.
Yes.
The first track no, in 2010. No. So to me, this statement, this is unnecessary.
I don't know.
You don't waste our time on
once I was shot here now, my history. 1896, I discover oil. GMPC 1950. I hear say, ain't you know. Almost what the say. It's unnecessary. So
for now,
politics in Amoye.
For now,
politics is about not just the number, the name and credit.
You say, sir, deposit to any many who's had the way. 80s, any who's had the way if you are. Any a do level like any bit me too.
Debut.
Meba.
It is okay. They important because as a Buddha no.
In general terms of oil exploration in Ghana.
Is it for nothing? And I say you could entome any tenor. You see away who ni dini ye koni ye a year kidrea. You see ni dini.
It didn't be
eh.
It didn't be a day.
Ya.
It did not ban. We know two oil. What else are contracting? You see, so please, to me, this is needless. Needless.
Okay, what I say?
Needless.
2007, and you who you in first commercial discovery, and I'll be say, Abambe na neo.
Yes.
And I'll say, see you to your first track, Abambe na neo. If you are BB San or more per se,
absolutely.
Oh,
Abambe ye den.
Then also my history record transparent.
So I'm saying a national asset.
Okay.
A finite product. A mini. What you say? Let me see.
Yeah, that's it. Overall, yes, Omuwa usadi ya wo ye yesterday.
Ya no paguna se na medana mansoria.
Okay.
Afi na nkrofo bebetra ha both MPP and NDC.
Okay.
Oh, ya senator no kanokre. Na we ye fair so ombe kasa.
No ye ni passe. Ani sanete kanu.
Saya.
Yes, so far.
Se etua yonko ho a wo se etua biam.
De no so
Pokwase interchange. Tema rail from Tema to your friend say Akosombo. MPP ba o dem paka dan beka ho. These were projects that money had been sourced, designed, had been made. MPP for buy na been. They had to implement it. Ye kan yes akufi so omofi abam. Omo say e omo project. Right. As a mamenka wo baby. Na mo of abi.
Okay.
The guy named Pani Manchataw. Na Manchataw. Oware obabi fi yenkro no ba akoso. Esa yemfie nwotwe. So ni ababa we bewo omo ntumi aho. nti na pressure fi ababa wa ne na busuafo ho ena me wofa ode ahomte no ode ja oba no endu 3 months ena oba no ko ware foforo in fact enye se no wa ware but oni be ma foforo ko try within 4 months pepe na oba no nyemye no wofa sorry o murikum o say oba na busuafo na man time enough anko man ne mre kakra anko betumi anye no eno ne press conference oye wo ho mo ampe anye de sese mo ye wo ho aban foforo aba they have found the need to ensure say ye behye mu kena because ye sika sam kra nye enti nka kakra nhwehwem kakra aye ene de wo ho dada ye mfa mbo ani na ye mfa meto Ghana fo nim say bibi say ne ye hu ne betumi abo man aban be na so ye amumu no ye ku nti anka
are you being fair to them omo mpa anye hwe wo ho ne say omo abreso ena omo say yakohwehwe ye hu ade na bi wo ho omo go exploration ni so ena omo say yakohu we
documents we omo documents we
bi sunti na omo say
omo documents omo say ko hu
na da achi no obi ameka say ya anye hwe
nti na me say
lawyer
yonko
mo documents
can me examples mo documents nti na bi ka ma examples
honorable afoja mi sibra wo ye wo da bullet dey jai
oh documents only documents
what you know as say you to know aben ya be benefit wo mo ye je free only you had advantage
na make kasa no kuma there be o
but na make kasa ja we last time man clarify ni ama me akra media man
yo
media ba
yes
akoma
okay
2019 ye hu adwuma ni nya so mfa so
okay
eban year aba be ye Peckham South East enu 2018
okay
ye hu adwuma ye nya so mfa so nyankom enu so 2019 Ningina anda na
no
eni ba wo
ya wo se where you are
it is all the kase oye wo ho anya ho hwe ni wa wo tie history no so no NPP eni discover oil sabe NDC fo anka say adwomo obanka
you see
honorable mo tie no
erroneous to say NPP na discover oil e wo Ghana there be eni say mona mote GMPC sure say oil discovery in this country enye no
exploration in Ghana when the serious business of exploration in Ghana began.
How many well? One well. Yes. NBC ban almost 8 years. Mills Mahama Misata 8 years no. Only 2 wells and the Beckham.
Ajugo no. Say na say ajugo. Na wo ba say ajugo.
O de say ya.
Politics no
press conference we dey on my but we dey mama can we to abinchiro.
What's the
like last paragraph. Was it meanwhile in a yet to be aired documentary titled Where is the 2 billion Sino-Hydro deal?
Yes.
Joy News learned that government has only money to assess 100 million for the first phase of the project. It was mentioned, therefore, went all out to find the answers to the question. So what happened to the Sino-Hydro money and the project it was to fund?
$2 billion.
Now, lot 1, 2, 3, I could see about 10 years.
Yes, Mbeba.
It's our way
or but you can be see say lot 1 to over 10. A him fan on me do ye. Don't forget.
And you quack with Saba.
Number 10, the batch and for 15 years.
Fire begin to
15 years.
Analyst. And Mama minimum chile. Anyway.
All you need to know about the 2 billion.
Fire. Yet, you quack of Shaba. Why? Minimum Janabia. Halfway or performance. Yani omudi dwumen yani honorable Eric Afo MP Amenfi West constituency wono na wo share political suit no de wo che batakari ne chene ye ya wasane no political analyst na ye brai won so de ani ya guba vera na honorable Kwabena Boate esqua edwesomra chebedwani ye da mo ase pa se mo ba anope o mama ye da mo ase se mo so mo ne atena fi no nsia bremu ebe pem sabri na so kwantinti bia ekowie kotia nti ye pem ye da mo asema ye na azelvo gase e watade ane opam hye na mekanfo azelvo emma se wa husiesie mu no fasha azel nsa watade no na obepam ne fefefe ama na assignment tete enso nti 0244 155 266 0244 155-266 utimi ni so die Zinos and Beauty the hair mama enwipa ekasa friend 055-3837-201 anope medaboafo no ase na minhira no ntina ni munchira ukodru fia kai se obema no na seda aseda no hia pa efise na seda ne na yeyi koso no na wo ye ne mo edi amawo mede inde mama ya konama akram